Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
I believe the picture I took may have been the last picture, of them being alive.
Well, it's just a great day to go out as we normally do on a Sunday evening, and just notice beautiful day, a lot of boaters out, and immediately took note to the family that was in the water. When I first saw them, I remember a few years ago we saw a young couple playing in the water over there, and I mentioned to them that be very careful in this area. You might want to go to another area. This is known to have a pretty steep drop.
And I just had that feeling. I don't know what it was. I said, I just need to capture this picture. And my thought was there was maybe 2 or 3 boats to the right of me. That's not in the picture. And I didn't want to cross them trying to get over there or cause too many waves. Because as you can see in the picture, those who were fishing were waist deep. And if you get too close in a boat, it'll cause significant waves. But I felt in my heart, I'm like, man, I should say something like I did before. And it just stuck with me. I really haven't slept past couple nights, after seeing that, the news report. It just kind of weighed heavy on me, because you have a thought. I could have said something, should have said something.
Great glory. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. Today is, at least for me, as a day, July 23rd, 2026. It's currently 9:18 p.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Now, what seems to be the issue here? What seems to be the problem with the drowning now? There's a lot of people are drowning for some reason. For some odd reason right now, there's a bunch of people are drowning worldwide. Not only in the United States, not only in Canada, it's worldwide. India, Bangladesh, China, North Korea, it's everywhere. But why? Why is it this sudden streak? Why is it that, beloved, everywhere there's a fire? And it's not, this house caught on fire. No, we got a whole block caught in fire. There is this place over there in Norwegia, in Norway. Why did I say Norwegia? In Norway, that an entire town have a block, it's gone. Wildfire in Norway. Okay? All right, so I'm not quite sure why people can't see this. Then again, why they are asking, why is this going on? They know. They know. Before we move in, I want to give the Holy One great praise, great glory, the angels. Thank you for reporting this. The Holy Spirit, our mother, in the midst of this. Personally, I'm not responsible for whatever's happening to anybody out there. My mission was to put the nation at peace. Great glory, be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. You went through a trouble. It was so traumatizing. It was so bad that you forgot. You are now in shock. You are in fear because others that look like you, I keep telling you, fear, things going to happen to you, run, and stuff. When in fact, when you watch something like that, beloved, you see that the trouble is indeed upon 83. Okay? There are so much in here. There are so much stuff that we need to watch. We need to draw wisdom from. A lot of prophecies are being fulfilled. Prophesies mean to say it before. And we did say before, beloved, a couple of years ago, ever since 2019, 2020, say, hey, this thing ain't gonna stop. It's just gonna get worse and then you're going to loop back into it over and over again. This flood that you saw happen over there in Texas happening before, around the same time, in the same place, with the same people. Camp Mystic. There's a tornado town somewhere in Oklahoma named Tanner, or Tanner, Tanner. This thing being hit by tornadoes like back to back. And we told you folks that this thing is indeed a loop. And you can't get out of it. You can't break the loop until whatever time you will loop back into this thing is expired. Now we have this pastor. Okay, let's go to the beginning. Let's play the video. By this was July 22nd. It was uploaded today for me, but for you guys was a day or two ago. All right, so that was July 22nd, 2026, excuse me. I'll retract 2022. I meant to say 2026. When we look at the image right here, oh, let me see. This is there we go. This is the image, Pastor Marcus L. Martins. Okay. Now, he took the picture of the 5 people that went into the water fishing, and they all perish. You can see 3 men here. 1, 2, 3, and the 2 women right there. 1 and 2. What could possibly, beloved, happen to those people that caused them to drown like this? So they are in the water chest deep. At least the water is chest high to them. And they are fishing. This isn't something that they did once. This isn't something that just go in there and say, hey, let's just go and then do this. And look at the water. It's still. There is no rushing, nothing. It's just still. Okay? What happened here? The brother mentioned, well, you guys need to be careful because this place, there are certain area that drop very steep. Let me let him talk so we can have that properly.
May have been the last picture, them being alive.
Well, it's just a great day to go out, as we normally do on a Sunday evening, and just notice beautiful day. A lot of boaters out, and immediately took note to the family that was in the water. When I first saw them, I remember a few years ago, we saw a young couple playing in the water over there. And I mentioned to them that be very careful in this area. You might want to go to another area. This is known to have a pretty steep drop.
And I just had that feeling.
Okay, a few years ago, he made the warning. He saw a young couple say, hey, you folks need to be careful right here, okay? There is certain of this area, the slope can go down pretty fast. All right, you guys be safe, okay? Because there's a group of people that actually have hearts. They are indeed human beings. They care about others, even though others don't care about them, even though others treat them badly. But they always say, hey, be careful, man. But this time there was a spirit on this fellow. You see, the couple a few years ago was saved by that guy. Whether people want to admit it is the truth or not, he saved them. He gave them a warning. And when he left, the couple like, well, we really don't know how to swim. And we can stand on our feet here because the water is in our knees and hips, chest, or at least our shoulders. But what if we go a little bit right here and this is where the guy warned us? Let's pull back. Let's just enjoy it here. We're cool. If we did know how to swim, we'll go over there. Let's chill. He saved them. But that time, something was put on this man's heart. He did not say anything. Before we go into this, look who reported this. There we go. Okay, hang on.
I believe the picture I took may have been the last picture, you know, them being alive.
Okay, well, I think that's the other.
Well, it was just a great day to go out. As
Okay.
really took note to the family ward over there, and I mentioned to them that
Okay.
be very careful in this area. You might want to go to another area. This is known to have a pretty steep drop.
And I just had that feeling. I don't know what it was. I said, I just need to capture this picture. And my thought was there was maybe 2 or 3 boats.
Again, I just have this feeling, this gut feeling, this unknown feeling, this unexplainable feeling that I don't know what that thing is, but I need to take a picture. I can't talk to them. I can't warn them. I can't say, hey, listen, you folks need to be careful because something is holding me from talking. In the good book of Esther, where the guardian angel Gabriel, okay, this is in all the other book, especially it was fully details in the book of the second tablet or the second tablet of King Nebuchadnezzar. I believe the third or second tablet, the name like that, by by Mr. Damon. He was the one who published the book, the 1000 Giant War, the book of King Og the Giant, and the book Mahan, the Lamech of Cain. That's the book name, Lamech of Cain. He was the publisher of this book. And in that other book about the king of Nebuchadnezzar 2 tablet, he explained how when Esther, okay, when our people were back then were in the situation, they were captured by the kingdom of this great king, and the king was into all sort of things. And the Most High instructed Esther, she won the beauty pageant back then because she was very good at what she was doing. She won it, and then she go ahead in the king chamber and silence the king. The reason she was able to do this because there was an angel there that hold the queen down. The queen, which was the wife of the king, should have never accepted this. But when they called the queen, that's her job to go out there and perform. When the king said, I call I forgot that queen name, and the king said, call her so she can come there and show you guys her beauty. And the king had all his friends, an orgy. They have this thing all the time over there. So the queen was the usher of this thing. She used to come over there and then show everybody her beauty. So at that time, the angel Gabriel hold her. She didn't know what was going on. She like, I'm not coming outside. And she sent word to the king, say, I'm not coming. And the king like, are you out of your freaking, did she just disobey my order? And the soldier said, yes, my good sir. And the king was about to send for her death, and he realized, hey, we got Esther. And things like that. A true story, man. That's what it is. They sent for Esther, put the king down, and then because of that, the whole plan was Mordecai and all the elders. They didn't slaughter the Israelites. There always will be this presence, this thing that will hold people. This dude was about to say something to them. He was like, hey, you guys be careful, don't go in there and stuff like that, but something hold his speech. He got this gut feeling. It will happen. Something will happen. Don't know what it is, but he didn't say anything. Now, they present that guy to a degree that, hey, he should have said something. This is his fault. In fact, he did it. That's how they present it over here, okay? They don't notice that there is no comment. Nobody's saying anything. They just let the dude speak. And his story say, I knew they were going to die, but I let them die anyway. A Negro is always expected to save white folks. It's the law. Dr. Claude Anderson talk about this in his book. This is the law. Okay? But he couldn't.
To the right of me, it's not in the picture, and I didn't want to cross them trying to get over there or cause too many waves. Because as you can see in the picture, those who were fishing were waist deep.
Okay, this is the thing. He said like I'm assuming he was on the boat himself. He said I didn't want to go ahead and batter them. I didn't want to go ahead and use my boat. So the boat, it has to go in a wake speed so it won't cause the ripple wave to push them or batter them, because this thing is very powerful. Leaving Fort Lauderdale, it's called the Venice of America. There are so many canal and rivers and stuff like that. I'm well aware of those things. I've seen those things. I've been on those boats. I've done business with those people. It can cause this, okay? And he didn't do this. All right. The spiritual message here, beloved, is hey, those people in my soul, in the bottom of my heart, they are in danger and they're all going to perish. Even if I go there, try to warn them, they won't listen. I just stay out of it. Though this fellow is a pastor, okay? He just Sunday evening, usually a pastor on Sunday evening have something interesting they are doing in the back room of that church. Sunday evening, this dude like, you know what, man? I'm tired of the whole church thing. Let me take my boat. You know, this is a nice day. You know, he took his boat and stuff. And this was wearing a red shirt. Okay, we'll go into this. We'll define his name and the red shirt. You know, they just go there. And he didn't want to bother them, all right?
And if you get too close in a boat, it'll cause significant waves. But I felt in my heart, I'm like, man, I should say something like I did before. And it just stuck with me. You know, I really haven't slept past couple nights, you know.
Because, of course, this is the pastor. You know, he had this sympathy, empathy in him. Like, yo, I should have said something. I could have saved 5 for Jesus right there. But, hey, that nigga, what's up with this, man? Out on my hands, son. Pastor Dowell, Mr. Powell, is that what that is? Pastor Powell, Martin, listen. We do this here every day. Every Friday we release Esau's Trouble. We warn those people. Most don't listen. There are 83 that are listening. I communicate with those people. They send email. They're like, yo, I'm out of this session. I don't do them. But most of them, they don't care. They're like, hey, we'll ride this train until this thing, you know, effed up and left the rail. The wheel already fell off. This thing crashed a long time ago.
After seeing that, the news report, it kind of weighed heavy on me, you know, because you have a thought. I could have said something, should have said something.
Okay, I could have said something, should have said something, all right? Why would 5 adults who cannot swim be wading in the waters? This is very odd indeed, okay? Waist deep, fully clothed. I've never seen anyone go fishing this way because this is weird. Many people don't know what happened here. Remember, the news said they drowned because, something happened. The water was still, so still that if that guy, Mr. Powell, on the boat went over there and then this thing would have just hit and it would have just killed them and things like that. I will try killing. I meant to say would have just disturbed them or throw them off. And they would have said the black guy did it. Okay, the black guy see 5 white people in there and then he used his boat to drown him because of this drowning situation that happened over there in Mississippi. That's what people would have said. But people will hardly think this is the judgment of the Holy One for what happened in Mississippi. That's why I do not trip about what happened over there in Mississippi, because I know judgment is there and then it's swift. You take 1, we take 5. The Holy One took 5 so far. We haven't gone to the one in over there in Missouri, Texas, Louisiana, France, India, Bangladesh, all those places, even in Korea, where they have flooded in China. Okay? We just stay here. All right? No one never wears PDFs anymore. No one thinks of how fast the current can sweep you. Never underestimate the power of water. We say this here all the time. And what you can't see, it's a terrible loss that could have been prevented. All right, let's go to the name, definition, and we'll take this next video. Then we'll see what's happening here.
I believe the picture I took.
Okay, this thing happened. Oh, I keep saying Pastor Powell, but the place over there name is Powell, Ohio. I retract what I said concerning the name. The name is Marcus L. Martin. I wanted to get to Martin because Martin mean Mars, and he's wearing the red shirt, but I keep referring to this dude as Powell. Uh, anyway, so let's go ahead. It happened in Powell, Ohio. Now, what does we already know Ohio means the grand house of God, the bigger house, the mansion of God. What does the name Powell means? What does the name Powell means? Okay, well, the name Powell is a patronymic surname of Welsh origin. It derives from the phrase Ap Hywel, which translates to son of Hywel. The root name Hywel or Hywel is an ancient Welsh personal name that means eminent or excellence. The son of your eminence, the son of the excellent, the son of the gracious one, your excellency, your eminence. Your son was riding a boat and he witnessed. Okay, what happened? Did he do it? No, he just witnessed the whole thing, though he said that he wanted this and that like that. That's what power means. Excellence. The son of his eminent. Okay? Now, that's the place. Literally, the land, Ohio Grand House of God, Powell, the son of His Excellency is in the house of the mighty one, of his father. He's in the grand house, he's in the castle. Okay? Now, name Marcus L. Martin. What does the name Marcus means? Now, listen, watch this, read this, and listen to this. The name Marcus is a masculine given name of ancient Roman origin, traditionally translated as dedicated to Mars or of Mars. It is closely linked to Mars, the Roman god of war, and is sometimes associated with the Latin word mas, meaning male or masculine. But we'll take war. Remember, beloved, most people know Mars. Madim catch a lot of hell because the war. That's not all, man. Mars, or the Madimite, are the most advanced, technologically advanced civilization being in our solar system. Okay, the Madimite possess technology that are far beyond anything, and they are tired of them. We did told you that in 2021 we had some communication with some Madimite. We are waiting on you guys. We have technologies that they are like typewriter technology to us, but to you, they are 1 million times better than AI or whatever. So we got them here. Whenever you guys ready, come get them, and they are for you. And their time, the concept of time over there, it's not the same thing as it is over here. And Mars, it's pretty much like since they've been doing a lot of war and stuff like that, they have a proficiency in health. They pretty much can heal instantly. They got medicine for pretty much, they are immortal, so to speak. They only die when it's like, I'm tired of this ish, I gotta go to another place. All right? Mars. But we'll take the prophecy side, said war, destruction, judgment. That's what the name Marcus means. Anybody in the midst here, name is Marcus? All right, Pastor Mr. Marcus L. I'm not quite sure what the L stands for. Now, the name Martin. what does the name Martin means? The name Martin comes from the Latin Martinus, Martinique, Martinique, La Martinique, which translates to dedicated to Mars or God of War. Now you got this man, Mr. Marcus Powell, Mr. Marcus Martin, wearing a red shirt. Behind him, there's the tree. Let me just know this. Excuse me. Is that thing recording? Is it recording? Because, I mean, to me, it gave you that about right. It is recording. All right, good. So behind the fellow, there is this tree right there, which I will explain what I'm seeing here. It's a green tree, which is on his right side, but to us is on his left. And then on his right, there's this monolith here, this black monolith colored yellow and white above him, and he's wearing the red shirt. Well, what is the significance of all these? Well, the red shirt is Mars, Madim, the Madimite. Any Madimite in the midst? Where are all my Madimites? I'm a Shemeshite Madimite, man. Where are the Madimites? You know, where are the warrior class? Where are the super protective, the brave, the boldest people on earth? Where are they? Which symbolize Mars. The main name is Marcus Martin of Mars, dedicated to Mars. He saw the judgment. He saw what was going on. He knew it was happening. He said, if I said something, well, you know, they want to build my name, let me take a picture. He took the picture and this happened. Now people are gonna say, "Well, Big Levi, well, you know, that's just like a coincidence." This is not a coincidence, and we've been talking about things like that all the time, and it always smack dab in the middle. When you I'm not. If you go search this man, you find the name, the middle name L. It could probably be something that is related to either Mars or Judgment. I'm not quite sure. Okay. And with this man being a pastor, His Excellency, Your Eminence, all right, this is the title, all right. Now, behind him, this is this tree right here. At least that's what I'm seeing. But to me, it looks like a being. Okay, this is the neck, the back of its neck right here, all right. And then this is the face, and his dude look like Shao Kahn or whatever. So he's wearing some kind of, you know, mask or helmet, and then this is his chin, his throat, and this is his hand. He's holding somewhat a spear, some kind of javelin that he is throwing like Mars. You know, he's look like a warrior, some kind of Roman soldier, gladiator, and he's holding a bouclier, what we're calling a shield. Okay, this is the shield right here. Okay, this is the shield. You can see the shield right here. This is his shoulder, and he's raising either a spear or a sword, and then he's protecting something which is behind him, and then he's stabbing something that way, or prevent something right there. At least that's what I'm seeing. Okay, all right. He has like two little thing like this that, you know, the helmet or horns. They look like horns, and the face right here look like Shao Kahn. Let me see if I can get Shao Kahn to make the thing right here. MK9 Shao Kahn. Okay, so you son of a gun. We must wait for the image to load up. Old girl here is she's doing her best. She's doing her best. She's very old though. Okay, the image look like Shao Kahn, man. It look like Shao Kahn is for those of you who know, Shao Kahn is something else, man. This dude was an issue when I was in college, man. That guy was a freaking issue, man. You know, it looked, well, this is the closest thing that yeah, it looks something like this. Oh boy, I can't. Oh, here we go. Can I zoom in? You know, it looked like the see the pause. I can't zoom in because I'm in my PC. You see the pause. You see how the helmet. Excuse me. I'm not quite sure if everybody can see this. Please let me know in the comment board. You see how the helmet have this horn thing, okay, and then it has this skull with the vampire teeth right there, and then the shoulder spike because that's one of his moves, the shoulder jab and things like that. And when you go to the image, you enlarge it, okay, you can see the horns, the shoulder spike right there, and the face that has the mask, and he's having the same pose and any stuff as if he was throwing his spears. Okay, if we go to Shao Kahn, spears or throwing spears, those spears used to give me a lot of problem. And like, yo, you know, this is him, you know, throwing a spear. All right, because he's a war tyrant. You know, him throwing a spear. You know, but anyway, this is Shao Kahn, you know, throwing a spear. You know, this thing used to be an issue, man. They are so fast and take so much of your life, and he will throw the spear at you during the fight and stuff like that. But at least that's what I'm seeing. Now, behind that, wait, how long we are into this thing? I just oh, good grief, 30 minutes. All right, let me go drink a little water, and then you folks will just wait, hang on right here. I'm gonna drink some water right quick. Study to show thyself approved unto the Holy One.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
The Holy Spirit, our Mother herself, is in the midst of our class, teaching, showing, and reasoning with us. Come and study with us. Magic, psychology, technology, economy, art. Download our monthly Word of Power, secret and powerful prayers. Join today as a tier. Student, Gravis, and better yet, Intra Templum. We must not cast our pearls before swine. The link is in the description. Join us today. Great glory! Yes, indeed. Study with us. We do not cast our pearl before swine. And the reason why, again, you see, we are able to break those things down because we study a lot. We have a lot of conversation, and our mind is quite developed in that manner and that way. And that's how we are able to see those things that other people cannot see. Even if they see them, they don't know how to explain them. Okay? Excuse me. This is Mars right here. Mr. Marcus Martin, dedicated to Mars, of Mars, for Mars, red shirt Mars, and we got Mars literally behind this man, you know, with a spear, Shao Kahn, you know, ready for war, because that's all what Shao Kahn does, okay? So anyway, the color is green, which is Venus, because the only person Mars cannot fight or go against is Venus. Noga, that's the only planet Mars do not have any beef with. Besides that, that guy beef with everyone, and the guy that he beefed the most is Jupiter, because Jupiter was the, you know, Jupiter is the king. It's like, you think you better than me because you're the king. But anyway, he hated Jupiter above them all. But behind him is you know, Jupiter, of course, is Zeus in Greek, which is the father and stuff like that. But nonetheless, the Mr. markers behind him right there, there's a color yellow, which is a representation of the sun. And there's this black monolith right here, okay? But we call them menhir. Let me see. There's this black menhir. Well, you know what? Let's finish with this. All right. White above him is representation of pureness, the sun. Excuse me, I'll retract the sun. I meant to say the moon, the color, the Levana. Okay, Levana height is for Levana, the moon, and behind him is Shemesh, yellow, the sun, and this black thing right here is indeed the Shabbatai, but which the black monolith. What is this black monolith in here? Now we refer to them as menhir. See. The computer won't get me. Oops. A menhir. Oh, menhirs. Let's look at menhir. So those are menhir, okay? People call them monolith, but they are indeed menhir, okay? So this is in Britain, all right? I believe this one is Stonehenge. Is that what that is? Now this looked like a gorilla just sitting down, chilling, doing his stuff. So, okay, they are called obelisk and menhir. Those are ancient technologies. People think they are just rocks they put over there, but they are technologies. They have powerful ley lines. If you have, I believe, in somewhere in Connecticut, Connecticut has the most menhir and dolmen. Okay, they are called menhir and dolmen. That's the proper name, okay? All right, dolmen. Oops. Dolmen. Dolmens and menhir, but let's take dolmens. Okay, the dolmens are literally the flat one. We talked about those things years ago, and they have very powerful ley line in there. Those are technologies that 83 cannot activate, only us can. Go back 2021, 2022, we've been there. Those things, we activate a few of them. A lot of them, okay? Those are technologies, they don't know what they do. They just think they are rocks that are just there. And those are not rocks, your typical rocks, okay? Now, dolmen and menhir. All right, those are technologies. Good. Okay, those are portals. Okay, those are portals, technology. They open huge portals. They are pretty much everywhere. All right. The Holy Spirit. Well, we know what they are. I'm not going to sit there and tell the profane what the actual, okay, the actual meaning of this. If you can get this book, it's in French. Menhir et dolmens, image de Bretagne de Jo le Doar. So this is powerful things, ley line. They got so much energy in them. You can go ahead and get them, okay? If you are in Britain over there, England, UK, whatever that is, you can get there, go activate those things on the behalf of the nation and absorb the blessing of the land. This thing is here, is everywhere, and there you go. All right. And we used to have festival over there, okay? Britain Festival of Megalithic Field. There is in Celts. There is a difference between feast day and festival. Okay, festival and feast day are both allowed. All right, festival is just like the festival can be about anything. It's just you're happy, you party, you eat, you drink, you go to sleep. You have fun. Festival, that's what a festival is. All right, feast, of course, in reference to the Bible. A feast is a little bit different. It's holy and dedicated to specific. Okay, see those line of rocks that you're seeing here? They are not just rocks, they just put there. There's a video of a dude went there dowsing, and then the dowsing just locked in his hand. I'm not gonna go into this. You might go ahead and start this. Okay, all right. Now, 2001 Space Odyssey monolith. In the movie 2001 Space Odyssey, you see the black monolith right here when it landed on the planet in the middle of the desert. and the monkeys, so to speak, those ape-like creatures, and when they get close to him, to this uh, stuff, the black monolith, they have the premonition or the sentiment, the thinking way of using tools. And that's when this fellow, take the bones and start hitting the thing on the ground, and he throw it in the air. This thing, what knowledge? Okay, when you look at this monolith right here, and then the monolith behind the brother, they are very similar. Okay, they are very similar. So it's a form of knowledge bringer, usually destructive knowledge for the profane. Because when the profane take things like that, the first thing that he did, he built weapon with it. Okay, when the so-called the American went in Haiti, okay, 1915, U.S. Marines in Haiti. Okay, all right. In July 1915, 330 U.S. Marines invaded Haiti on orders from President Woodrow Wilson. This began a 19-year military occupation sparked by assassination of Haitian President Jean-Villemin Guillaume Sam, and they killed Charles-Mike Pérat. They murdered him. They spent 19 years in that time in Haiti doing what? Doing nothing. Okay. This was nothing. The chain. They built the first penitentiary down there, called V. Enslaved the beloved brothers, the brethren. Okay. And they went to the place. They told them, hey, you guys shouldn't be in there. And they stole the weapon. That's how they get the nuclear stuff. You think, oh, Albert Einstein. No. First of all, you guys ever only detonated that thing once, and you can't do it again. Do you really believe you can come out there and tell Esau, the god of war, as he called himself, the man of war, to not using nuclear weapon because it's too destructive? He can't use it because, one, he know what would happen if he even tried to use this thing, because it happened before the first time he used it. And when he did use it, he didn't drop it and then to kill the Japanese over there, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. There was a group of super advanced race over there, melaninated race, that they had to destroy. Okay, so all right, okay, this whole thing, you can go ahead and see. I want to show U.S. Marines, U.S. Navy, well, U.S. Marine. Let's put gold. Okay. All right. Invaded Haiti. Wall Street urged the U.S. obliged. So Wall Street needed money. Okay. They needed money. They planned. Not only the reason why they between Black Wall Street and the gold that was over there. Okay, they Wall Street wanted, so they can be Wall Street. So they sent the Navy down there, the U.S. Marines, and then they take boatload of gold from the bank, the Haitian bank, and they just left with it. All right, so Marine with prisoner in Haiti, 1915. Well, that's what they called them. They said those are prisoners. They were, they were like criminals. They were doing things down there, so we had to come and arrest them and stuff. Well, they weren't prisoners. They were the native of the land. You guys wanted the gold, and you enslaved them and take everything. You told the story a very funny way, all right? But a lot of stuff happened and stuff like that, so... listen, son, do unto your brothers as you have done unto you. Savvy, give them gun, and show the Haitians so small behind, in front of them, all dark and black, and the typical thing, and then you guys did this. The truth behind 1915. We talked about this years ago, so I'm not gonna go into this because this is not the time for me to do this. I already done this. All right. So nonetheless, beloved. Now you see the menhir, the black menhir, the sun, this and that, Mr. Marcus of Mars from Mars. You already know, you got the message. Do you have the message? Do you know what it is? Do you know what that means right now for 83 and other people that are going to get into this? It means no matter what happened down there, whether we want to stop this, we try to stop this, or we have the thought of stopping this, it won't. 5 people drown. You drown one, the Holy One drown 5. And it's only going to get worse over there, okay? All right, beloved, let's keep on moving. This is going to be pretty much a very long Esau's Trouble video. You know what? Hang on. Oh yeah. There we go. Oops. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Tonight, this video appears to show a massive funnel cloud.
Oh, boy. There you go.
Tonight, this video appears to show a massive funnel cloud.
This is the name that I wanted to begin with, the tornado area, okay? Reported by Mr. Michael, Pat and Rick, Patrick, Patricia. You know what the name Patrick means, or Patricia means? It's another name for Yahushai. Okay, Patrick is the reference to Yahushua. Of course, they say, well, St. Patrick was Paul and stuff like that. Now, there is Patrick and there is Paul. Patrick was there before Paul. Okay, and well, they switch everything. And the real, oops, boy. Hello?
Cloud in New Jersey, just outside New York City. Round after round of severe weather bearing down on millions across the Northeast. This time-lapse showing the storm.
All right, let's keep on moving.
Rolling through Manhattan with multiple tornado warnings west of the Big Apple and at least 2 reports of twisters in Morris County, New Jersey.
This is a time to seek cover in a secure place.
Man, it shot through.
The storm taking out trees and blocking lanes of traffic.
Look what it did. Look at the trees.
Floodwater swamping streets in Bergen County and torrential downpours across the tri-state area.
The rain is really coming down. The radar shows that lightning is on the way and we need to take cover.
The flooding as far south as Maryland. Drivers navigating flooded streets in Ocean City. And in the south, Tropical Storm Bertha looming in the Gulf. Double red flags in Panama City Beach, Florida warning beachgoers to stay out of the water. Bertha bringing dangerous rip currents and waves up to 11 feet.
So, you have tornadoes in New York. It was reported by Mr. I'm assuming, Mr. Michael Patrick. Michael is in the midst, all right? So, in the midst of that, okay, where the tornado ripped through, this was like 2 days ago, on July 21st, 2026. And in the midst of that, there is somewhat a storm close to Florida. I had no idea that thing was there. I mean, I lived there, but I'm like, what the hell? What's going on with it? But there is this thing there, okay?
Down, the radar shows that lightning is on the way and we need to take cover.
The flooding as far south as Maryland.
Okay,
Drivers
look at
navigating flooded streets in Ocean City. And in the south, Tropical Storm Bertha looming in the Gulf. Double red flags in Panama City Beach, Florida warning beachgoers to stay out of the water. Bertha bringing dangerous rip currents and waves up.
So look at the current, beloved. Okay, look at the current right here.
Bertha looming in the Gulf. Double red flags in Panama City Beach, Florida warning beachgoers to stay out of the water. Bertha bringing dangerous rip currents.
So I do understand if somebody, 5 people, 3 men, 2 women, in there got drowned. I do understand this, but in still water, fishing, chest deep. I don't know why someone would go in fishing chest deep, but something pulled them underwater, they drowned. But the news indeed said, well, they struggled, one tried to save the other and stuff like that. With the fishing pole, you could not just try to reach the person with your fishing pole and they could grab it, you pull them. You have to swim after them, knowing that you don't know how to swim. What is this? But nonetheless, I would have understand or accept Furthermore, I would not even question if somebody perish in that situation right here on that song. But folks, don't ask those questions. They just accept whatever the news give them. Over here, we challenge them. We do not go by the conventional thoughts or ways. We have our own.
And waves up to 11 feet. Our George Solis in St. Bernard Parish, Louisiana, with people getting sandbags to protect their homes from flooding.
I'd rather take the necessary precautions that I need than have water coming in my house.
Meanwhile, in the west, monsoon rains inundating Prescott, Arizona. And in western Colorado, heavy rain sending mud and debris onto Interstate 70, shutting it down. Tom, I spoke to a man who said he was driving down this road when all of a sudden a wall of water just came gushing down. Video shows his car trapped. He said the water was all the way up to that tree. Thankfully, he's okay, and his car has been towed. But it's a powerful demonstration of just how dangerous and fast these floods can be.
We thank you for...
Indeed, these things usually, they can come out of nowhere and cause significant damage, okay? All right, this is tornadoes in Kentucky, okay, New Jersey. All right, historic floods caused building in West Virginia. Is that what that is? West Virginia. 43 minutes ago. This is fresh. Let's watch this one. Those look like fracking tank. Is that what that is? Let me double check. Oh boy. Really? Blue fracking tank. Yeah, it's a fracking tank. I used to hold those things in North Dakota. Yeah, it's a fracking tank. All right then. Speed. Usually when we see water, water is pretty much still. It's usually in a pool, in a puddle, in a glass of water. It's usually contained in a container, so to speak. But when this thing is not, it is quite fast, man. It is quite fast. You know, FedEx, I'm pretty sure they have things in there. It's all water damage now. I'm assuming, excuse me, I'll retract, pretty sure. I'm assuming they have things in there. Could be an empty truck, but, you know, this is bad. So, the war, the inflation, AI, of course, people going to blame AI. Oh, AI take my job. Oh, AI is going to take all the job. Yeah, because, yeah, that's what big corporates, fat cats tell you. Oh, the reason you lost your job because of AI. Not because, you know, we give you the short stick. We know the short stick was here. We literally, on purpose, put it in a position that you will draw it, but nonetheless, it's AI's fault. Not good. This was in North Virginia, okay? And we have some of the fires. They have fires in Northern Europe, and we have hundreds of homes evacuated due to Grant County fire. I believe this is in the West Coast, Seattle. That was 19 minutes ago. This is good. Let's take that one.
Just a mile from the fire line, Amy Long is caring for her elderly mother while waiting to learn when she can return home.
Hey, Mom, I'm going to get your food out of the fridge and freezer, okay? It's getting hot.
More than 280 households have been evacuated in Grant County after the railroad fire sparked late Wednesday night.
This year, we're learning that we're wrong, and that 2026 is proving to be one of the worst fire seasons in Central Washington.
Wow.
Crews battled triple-digit temperatures and strong winds as the fire grew to about 660 acres in less than 24 hours.
Well, we had a pretty mild winter. We had a lot of moisture. I think a lot of growth makes fuel for fire, so I think we all kind of expected something like this, but maybe not so close to home.
7 homes have been destroyed, no injuries.
Okay, so now let's stop right here. You see those, beloved? Huh, those look like Suzuki Samurais. Is that what that is? They are quite rare and expensive. They usually be the cheapest car. Olive color Suzuki Samurai. Yeah, it looked like a Suzuki Samurai. When I was a preteen, I used to adore those cars. I used to want to have one back in the 90s, early 2000. Like, man, I need a Suzuki Samurai because of the name Samurai. Oh man, those cars are cool. Oh boy. Anyway, it looked like one, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it's Suzuki Samurai. It looked like one. They are quite expensive. They used to be very cheap, but people collected them. Okay, but nonetheless, this image that you are beholding before you right now is ghastly, gnarly. See, those metal debris are, cars, expensive things, valuable things, yet they are burnt down. People are saying, well, those fires, they never really actually burn structures, houses, and so forth and so on. It's always the forest or grass. No, it's not. Now, this is Grant County, Washington. Let's go to Grant County, Washington here and see what's going on. What is the demographic of Grant County, Washington? What is this? I didn't. I just asked for the demographic. I didn't ask. Grant County, Washington has a total population of approximately 105,700 residents, featuring a median age of 34 plus 4 and notable Hispanic or Latino presence. Okay, well, that's just what I'm saying over there. Okay, white alone, non-Hispanic, make about 59 to 57% of the population. Hispanic or Latino or any race make about 42%, 45% of the population. Okay, other races, multiracial, American Indian, Asian, Black or African American, 0.08% to 1%. Okay, so barely any of the folk down there living, any of our people, I'm assuming in that way, but this thing is targeted those people. Now, the reason why I want to have this, let's remove the word the word demographic. I want to take Washington County. Okay, there you go, Grant County. Nice. Oh, they got a nice lake over there. Okay. Wow, scenic view. That's a nice lake, man. That's beautiful. Wow, the mountainside and stuff like that. So, these places are usually, wow, this one is that, wow, this is beautiful, man. The greenish turquoise water over there, that's nice. Can go hiking there, chill, nobody bothering you. The city life, you left it behind. Now, okay, this place is usually the type of typical place where certain people will go and hide under the guise of grid or of gridism, so to speak, because Russia are going to send the missile and things like that. North Korea are going to send the missile, or Iran or whatever, and when they do, and I'm going to be over there. And I'm going to be protected. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stock on food, toilet papers, medical stuff, and other health stuff, just in case I get sick and things like that. I'm leaving the city because, something about to go down. Armageddon, the rapture, left behind, and all that stuff. But bad boys, what you gonna do when the wildfire come for you? What you gonna do when the flood come for you? Don't you think that there are certain folks that move in this town or place over in Grant County, Washington, because they try to escape judgment? The so-called survivalist. oh, I'm a survivor and thing. It's usually, it amused and both baffled me to watch people that live in the city. Okay, they have nothing. They live in the suburb. They have everything. Nothing's wrong with them, and they pack up their things. They left. They go live in places like this because some impending doom is coming. Some imminent doom is already here. And they think if they do this, not only they will survive, but they will also avoid the judgment. Listen, a true survivalist is someone that has a target on their head, a bounty on their head. Wherever they go, they are in danger. A survivalist is somebody that live in a very hostile area where any little thing that person might do, it can and might be identified as hostile, and this person can and should be taken down. See, a survivalist is not someone that packed or be ready on food and buy guns and ammunition and go around try to drink yak urine and try to drink horse urine and like, oh, I'm a survivalist. I eat snake and then I drink this water and stuff like that. I'm a survivor, you know. There is no real danger in that. Nothing is actively hunting you. Nothing is actually trying to hurt you. You're just trying to do this because you want to show how much of a tough guy you are. But when push comes to shove, which we see here, either you people, well, you perish, you know, you can't find a judgment, or you complain about it. It's not fair. Why the government is doing this to me? Why they are using DEW, direct energy weapon? Why they are manipulating the weather? What do you mean they are manipulating the weather? I thought you people were survivalists and things. You should have survived this. People think going to those ammunition stores and buy a bunch of guns, bullets, and other ammunition, and this is how they will survive. When the government come for them, they'll shoot it. Or when the issue come, they'll shoot their way out of it. Yet, here's this fire. See what it did here? You can't shoot your way out of a wildfire. You can't. This is judgment. All right, beloved. Let's let me take a drink of a little water right there. All right. Take a break. Oh, boy. Okay, I don't understand why I have to keep opening up this thing like every time. It should have been here. I don't know why. It should have been there. Oh, boy. Oops. Uh-oh. All right, that thing was on. It is on. Study to show thyself approved unto the Holy One.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
The Holy Spirit, our Mother herself, is in the midst of our class, teaching, showing, and reasoning with us. Come and study with us. Magic, psychology, technology, economy, art. Download our monthly Word of Power, secret and powerful prayers. Join today as a tier. Student, Gravis, and better yet, Intra Templum. We must not cast our pearls before swine. The link is in the description. Join us today. Great glory! Yes, indeed. See, it's supposed to be there, but for some reason it would just disappear. All right, yes, indeed, beloved, we need to move on. We need to watch the judgment of the Holy One and the Miss of 83. You got all those cars. They are valuable things, beloved, okay? The houses are being evacuated. In other words, eviction. Of course, they're not going to tell you the truth. They're just going to show you flashes of these things. But those are pretty expensive cars, and they are burned down. This is the prophecy being fulfilled. Let's keep on moving. This is a fiery conflagration of the cities, plague number 2 of the Apocalypse of Abraham. Uh-oh. Oh boy, old girl. Oh boy. What is she doing?
Have been reported.
It wasn't until daybreak when we could go through all the neighborhoods to assess the damage, identify which homes had been lost, and then to assure that there was no one inside those homes when they were lost.
Thursday, local firefighters were relieved as state mobilized crews arrived. Fixed-wing aircraft and helicopters played a major role.
Grateful that we have good first responders. And they work hard. They've been at it since the middle of the night last night, so grateful they're around.
Well, that's why the aircraft is so important, because we just couldn't get our resources in there due to the terrain.
For many evacuees, the focus is now helping neighbors and waiting for the chance to return home.
Yeah, we're a pretty close community, so it's hard for everybody.
The Grant County Sheriff's Office is asking people in the community who need to be notified about this fire to text the word GC Sheriff.
Okay, this was in Grant County, Washington, D.C. The state of Washington, not Washington, D.C. All right, floods are unpredictable. They are indeed unpredictable, okay? Again, let's keep on moving. How long we are into? Good grief. All right, let's keep on moving.
Kilometers of scorched earth in central Spain. Kilometers of scorched earth in central Spain. The La Mila wildfire has damaged 300 square kilometers and forced evacuations in at least 34 municipalities. It's the biggest wildfire in Spain this year. The fire moves fast.
Can you see how the burnt bark is falling here? They can travel for kilometers, and as soon as they land on the grass, it burns. They turn into new fire outbreaks that spread.
With fire raging just outside their town, these residents created fire breaks with tractors and backpacks of water, while firefighters used trucks and helicopters.
The wildfire has advanced in a very uncontrolled way, but with good firefighting efforts, we will be able to control it.
All right, so
but it's proving
this is in Spain right there, in France and Sicily. How is this? I thought Sicily is detached from Italy. Is that what that is? Sicily is like an island. This thing crossed the island? Sicily, Italy. Yeah, the island of Sicily. The Sicilian. Yeah, it's there's a. Oh, well, there you go. I can't zoom in it. Well, Sicily is somewhere around. Yeah, I believe this is Sicily right there, the island. Oh, you know what? Let's go with this. The island of Sicily, Italy. Okay, there we go. That one is better. Sicily is a huge place, man. Southern Italy, I believe. Wait, Rome is in northern Italy. Southern Italy is which one is the poorest? I believe the northern Italy is incredibly. It's actually very, very poor. Which one? Let me double check this. Sicily is an island by itself. They try to build a bridge. Sicily even considering themselves a country. They got their own flag. They're like, yo, we're not Italian. We're Sicilian. You know, the Italian or the one who take the boots and kiss the boots. They don't like each other over there. All right, let's see what we have here. ChatGPT had this thing. I haven't tried yet, but let me see if I can try it. When we're talking about the island of Sicily, is it connected to the mainland of Italy?
Not by land. There's no bridge or tunnel as of now. It's separated by the Strait of Messina. You get across by ferry or by flying. There've been talks about a bridge forever, but nothing's been built yet.
Indeed, they did talk about it hundreds of years ago, and it never built. So when it comes to northern and southern Italy, where is Barcelona is located at?
That's actually in Spain, not Italy. It's up on Spain's northeast
Oh,
coast,
yes.
right on the
My apology. I meant to say northern and, excuse me, I'll retract Barcelona. I meant to say Rome and the other main city in Italy, my favorite, Florence. Where is Florence? Northern, southern?
Florence. Yeah, no problem. So Rome is pretty much in the central part of Italy, on the western side, and Florence is north of Rome, also more central, in Tuscany. Neither is in far northern or far southern. They're more in the middle, with Florence a bit higher up than Rome.
Okay, now when it comes to Italy geography, the northern region and the southern region, which is the region is the poorest and the richest, so to speak?
Broadly speaking, the north is wealthier and more industrial. Lombardy, Veneto, Emilia-Romagna, that's the big productive heart. The south tends to be poorer on average, higher unemployment, less industry. There are exceptions and some nuance, but that's basically the pattern.
All right, good. It improved. They improved ChatGPT. I used to not using this thing because it just keep telling me something else when I ask it. They improve it now. So Italy is not as powerful as you think it is or rich. It's only a few spot in there. You know, most of this thing is dirt poor, man. It's very bad over there. You know, and they ain't got that much people living there. Okay, most of the people they die. They just go old. Earthquake, natural disaster, and kill them. Okay, so now the fire is in Sicily. Okay, the fire is indeed now in Sicily, Spain, France, and Sicily. Let's keep on moving.
Hard to control wildfires in Spain as the east of the country also burns. And earlier this month, 13 people were killed in another blaze. And there's wildfires in other parts of Europe. Scientists say climate change is driving ever higher record temperatures and worsening drought. In southern France, firefighters have made over 100 aerial drops to contain a blaze that covers 5 square kilometres. And sheets of thick smoke have clouded the sky near the Bordeaux-Merignac airport. In Sicily, an olive grove has been decimated.
We were unable to save anything. We lost both this year's harvest and the trees themselves, which means losing future production of Sicilian extra virgin olive oil as well.
Okay, so this is bad. You know, this is bad. Look at the scorched land. This is bad. However, this isn't going to stop. We made multiple reports concerning France, Spain, also Sicily before, and where we had this similar situation occurred. We told the people, well, this thing is going to happen in the future, and it's not going to stop. It's going to keep looping you folks back and forth. And the thing we already have is just like, well, you guys are not scientists. You're just some dude on the internet speaking garbage. Okay, well, then there you go. There's the result. Great glory, beloved. Give the mighty one great praise, great glory. How long we are into this good grief. Right.
Several years, wildfires across Europe have become more frequent and more intense, raising alarm bells among scientists, emergency services, and activists. Imogen Kimber, Al Jazeera.
Okay, so they always say, oh, it's the climate change and stuff. No, because you guys, you're on our land over there. The entire world belongs to us, at least to me. Okay, and it's just, you guys are being swept off the land worldwide. You're not reporting the death, though. It's, 13 people die and stuff. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever you say. Let's keep on moving, beloved. Next video.
A young actor who appeared in two Godzilla movies died early this morning. According to the Frederick County Sheriff's Office in Maryland, Kaylee Hoddle was a passenger in a Honda Accord that was involved in a single vehicle crash. The car's driver received non-life-threatening injuries, and a second passenger was uninjured, but Hoddle was pronounced dead at the hospital. Hoddle appeared in 2021's Godzilla vs. Kong and 2024's Godzilla vs. Kong: The New Empire, for which she was nominated for a Saturn Award. Her character, Gia, communicated with Kong through sign language.
This child, she's the only one he'll communicate with.
Hoddle, who was deaf, was a senior at the Texas School for the Deaf.
Oh, she was actually deaf? I thought that was acting. Huh. Oh boy, I was not aware of that. She was, or she... Well, okay, let's listen and finish this before I go into this thing.
For the deaf. The school posted a message on its Facebook page that said in part, "Please keep Kaylee's loved ones in your thoughts as we mourn this tremendous loss together." Kaylee Hoddle was 18 years old.
All right. She was actually deaf, okay? So, all right. Now, you got this young woman, 18, okay? Godzilla, I love those movies. One of my favorite movies, and the King Kong and stuff like that. You know, anything that has huge animal, destructive and stuff. And I can clearly remember the scene where she was in there. She can communicate with the animal and stuff like that. She's 18. 18, man. She's gone. 1 + 8, you already know what to do. Why is that? You are seeing a lot of young people are just having sudden death, or things they usually survive. A lot of people over there, at least the folks that are watching, can tell you, even before the age of 18, they get involved in a lot of unusual shenanigans. But they're still alive. Now, any little things those folks are involved with, they are no more. The reason is they are no longer under the blessing. It's a tragedy. These things happen, but it is the truth. Of course, we will have people trying to tell you Big Levi, it's just the Illuminati, the elite sacrificers for the next Kong movie or whatever. Okay, man. Fine. Whatever you say. You know what, Doug? I agree with you. You're right. That's exactly what it is. It couldn't be anything else but that. But nonetheless, you are witnessing this, beloved. We make multiple reports concerning this matter. I'll retract matter. I meant to say matters. And it's not going to change. And it ain't going to go anywhere. So, all right, let's keep on moving with the next video, man. Crazy.
Yeah, you're okay.
Okay, this is a part of Weston, West Virginia. This was reported by Bobby Joe Monette.
Sister.
Okay, all right.
Toward my room on the fourth floor, Hampton Inn, Weston, West Virginia. Looks like I'll be taking the stairs. The attendant just went down. You can kind of see where the water is.
So, images like this, things like that, they slow down on productivity. Okay, the money slow down. West Virginia was not doing too well, economically speaking, and these things happen. The whole fiasco back in 2021, the pickety pick or the tickety tack, this thing happened, and Sir Trump came back in the office and finished the job.
Just a reporting from the Hampton Inn, Weston, West Virginia.
Okay, this is a hotel.
Our rental automobile.
West Virginia, man. It's bad. Dave let one of our Madrid's lungs burn. Okay, well, let's keep on moving. Look at this. Look at this, beloved. Okay, well, it seems like there are people inside, but they are on the other side. This is in India. Okay. The guy's like, yo, move away from this place. Move away. That is great. All right, so this is flooding. This thing is worldwide, man, and there's nothing new, people can do about it to stop it, because it's this force, man. It's nothing to play with. Then again, this is more of a tenderizing the meat. This is amuse bouche for the 8-course entry. All right, this was in India. It happened in July 22nd, 2026. Let's keep on moving. All right, so
there's Judy's house.
Look. You see, beloved, this is what I want people. Let me enlarge this right here. This is what I want people to understand. See, this water, the strength of it, the raw power of it. This thing easily push cars out of the way. A real normal human being do not stand a chance. Okay, watch this. Okay, look at this.
There's Judy's house. For comparison.
All I could see was logs. I couldn't see water. The noise was the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life. It was just the boulders underneath the water. It felt like a thunderstorm under your feet.
As the river surged, Stephanie Mangum kept recording. She had come to help family and friends who were out of town, moving their dogs and horses to safety. Then the water crossed the bank, taking a shed and a mobile home with it.
Oh my God.
Okay, look at that. This is a house right here.
It's got that shed.
Okay, a shed and a house.
Holy
Easy.
cow.
Don't come higher, don't come higher, don't come higher. And then when it busted this fence and when it started going into the neighbor's home, that's when I really got sick.
That neighbor's home was hit hard, windows blown out, and a gap where a door once stood.
And we could see the water rising in there, and we could see their couches and dressers and stuff start to float. And then all the fire debris logs that were coming down, one of them just got stuck right there. You can see the trunk that's still stuck, and then one of them just pivoted right in and it just shattered that glass, and then everything from their home started coming out.
From above, the scale of the damage comes into focus. Drone video shows a wide path of mudded debris cutting through the Grove neighborhood, where city leaders say about 200 homes were impacted. And the destruction...
Okay, this is, I believe, Beaver County. They don't give, this is Utah. Is that what that is? Don't come higher. Beaver residents recall terror of rising flood waters that damage neighborhood. This is Beaver in Colorado, Utah. Is that what that is? Let's double check here. See what we can have in Beaver. What is the demographic of Beaver, Utah? The demographics of Beaver, Utah show a population of roughly 3,681 people with a median, okay, well, you know what, predominantly white, median age of 33.3, and a racial makeup that is predominantly white. Okay, they are all white people that live over there. Okay, median household income $75,000 a year or per year. So this, as you can see, beloved, the storm is targeting specific communities, specific demographic. This isn't something that is done randomly. most, if not all of those things that you see happening here, there is a specific demographic, and when you look at it, you're like, okay, there is somebody being targeted by that thing. At least that's how I see it. Is this how you see it, beloved? Any objection? Anybody want to object? Your Honor? Things like that? Anybody got something to say? All right, let's keep on moving, beloved. Let's keep on moving. We do not have that much time.
Doesn't end there. State Route 153 through Beaver Canyon is now closed indefinitely after floodwaters washed out multiple sections of the highway.
So they're just trying to clear it away so it hasn't out.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And so that the debris doesn't get taken down into what's.
For Becky Parkinson, getting home meant a 13-hour drive after seeing Stephanie's video and not knowing what she would find.
We had a shed over here that's completely gone. We can't even find it down the river.
She and her family have been cleaning almost non-stop since Sunday without water or gas, but they're staying.
When we know that we're threatened, we'll go.
Until then, they're clearing debris, trying to keep the water moving while keeping one eye on the river and the other on the sky.
All right, then. Oh, that's the aftermath after the Beaver. Beaver manager shows aftermath. Let's watch the aftermath and see what's going on here.
We are continuing our coverage of the destruction in Beaver after intense flooding here. This is video from a Department of Public Safety helicopter assessing the damage to the area in the Tusher Mountains there above town. We have team coverage for you. Our Cannon Seacrest has details on how the people there are coping with unsafe drinking water. Meteorologist Noah Price has today's flooding forecast and some other weather alerts to pass along to you. But let's check in first with our Sarah Murphy, who rode along with emergency managers and gives us an incredible inside look at the damage. Sarah.
Rushing waters. That's what emergency officials saw on their emergency cameras Sunday afternoon that had only been in place about 10 days. But they say putting those cameras up and watching their live feed likely saved people's lives in that flash flooding.
The road is gone in a number of places, and I got adventurous, crawled over them. I probably won't do it again, but I'll show you what it was.
That's what Les Whitney greeted us with as we entered the now closed Beaver Canyon. As the director of emergency services in Beaver County, Les came face to face with the flash flood Sunday afternoon when he was in town evacuating residents.
I was petrified because I thought, man, that blast of water is coming down here.
And the power of Sunday's flood is clear in the canyon. Driving along SR 153, the damage gets worse the further you go in. About a mile and a half up.
See how he bent the metal, man? This is like a...
It's worse the further you go in.
See, this thing is like a steel plate. This thing bent it, man. That's how powerful the water is. Yo, you don't want to get caught up in these things, beloved. But we know the demographic. And this is the aftermath. Oh boy.
About a mile and a half up, the U.S. Forest Service sign that usually greets you is halfway gone. Okay. Pipes exhibit the water's sheer force.
Again, the water, the force, this looks like a deer. The water, the force of the water is incredible. This looks like some form of animal, some form of deer right there. And this is the eye, the deer ear. It's just like an animal poking his head, watching this way. But nonetheless, the deer is the symbol of the blessing. Remember, Jacob, no, not Jacob, I retract Jacob. I meant to say Isaac, the father of Jacob and Esau, loved venison. So he asked Esau to go kill him some deer so he can eat venison and give the blessing. But you know, Rebecca was that woman.
One spot shows it fully wrapped around a tree. Power lines are down on both sides of the road, and in more than one spot, SR 153 is crumbling. Meanwhile, bulldozers are busy working to put new barriers in place.
They're making the river wider and deeper so that when the next storm hits, hopefully we don't have what just happened.
The now closed canyon is also home to Beaver County Emergency Services live camera system. They installed 2 live feeds in the canyon about 10 days before the flood hit.
We was anticipating a flood. We knew that the torrential rains were going to hit.
They watched the...
And yet, you couldn't stop it. That's the thing. You knew the danger was coming. Like, man, that thing's going to hit us. Well, what can we do? Well, there you go. There's the result. And this is, once this thing hits you, you're marked for a loop. And it's going to loop you back over and over again until none of you is left, gone.
The start of the flood live.
It gave us intel on the water hours before it was going to hit down here. And that gave us a chance to start evacuating people and making sure that they knew to get out.
Do you think those cameras saved lives?
Yes.
But one of those cameras didn't make it. This down fence right here marks the spot where one of those cameras was on Sunday when those flash floods hit. Now take a look where we are. This is home to the Cottonwood Fire burn scar. So you can imagine when those floods came, the full force of the water came through, completely taking that camera out. So in their recovery, they installed a brand new one Tuesday morning. But that's just one step of a long road ahead to getting the public access to Beaver Canyon. 2028, do you think, or no?
Possibly.
So when?
At least 2027.
But more likely.
It's going to take years to rebuild the infrastructure into this place.
And here's another example of just how strong that water force was, completely taken out part of SR 153, hence the reason for UDOT's closure here in Beaver Canyon. Again, they tell you follow those closures, follow any signs, any evacuation orders you see, because they want to continue keeping people safe. In Beaver Canyon, Sarah Murphy, ABC 4 News.
All right, let's move to the next video.
And more money is being invested in the United States right now than at any time in the history of our country, and Americans are working today more so than ever before. We have more jobs today than we've ever had, and it's not even close. This is with this skirmish we have with the Islamic Republic of Iran, and I call it that because let me tell you, they're getting hit so hard, and they want to make a deal. And
they still want to make a deal since February. Yo, son, it's been over 6 months. They still want to make a deal. They did make a deal. They are about to make a deal. They made a deal. They are going to make a deal. Now, this is what I've been talking about for the past few days. Now, look at this dude right here.
Typical Americans' 401k is up by $34,000, setting records day after day. It's up by numbers that have never been seen before.
And people just sit there and listen to this garbage. Now, look what this dude is doing, the real Trump. He's doing the real actual Trump. And watch this dude over there, which is the prankster, and watch Trump doing the accordion hands. Trump is not doing that. He's Trump, stop doing this. At least this Trump. Watch Trump hands and watch that guy hands.
And more money is being invested in the United States right now than at any time in the history of our country, and Americans are working today more so than ever before. We have more jobs today than we've ever had, and it's not even close. This is with this skirmish we have with the Islamic Republic of Iran, and I call it that because let me tell you, they're getting hit so hard.
This dude did a better Trump than this Trump, than the actual Trump, you know. But nonetheless, the hand stopped moving. Trump would never stand like this. He would just lean upon this because his back is killing him. His leg is too weak, and then his upper body is way too heavy for his scrawny, small, meager leg. He would just go ahead and Sir Donald Trump in short. Okay. Not Donald. Okay. Donald. What? Donald Trump wearing short. Okay, no, that's not. Those are AI stuff. Those are AI. You barely see Trump wearing short. You will not catch Trump anywhere. You won't catch Sir Trump anywhere wearing a short with his leg exposed. This is not going to happen. Okay. All right, beloved. Let me go ahead and get a little water right quick here. Study to show thyself approved unto the Holy One.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
The Holy Spirit, our Mother herself, is in the midst of our class, teaching, showing, and reasoning with us. Come and study with us. Magic, psychology, technology, economy, art. Download our monthly Word of Power, secret and powerful prayers. Join today as a tier. Student, Gravis, and better yet, Intra Templum. We must not cast our pearls before swine. The link is in the description. Join us today. Great glory! All right, once again, beloved, join our community on Facebook. Well, we do have a Facebook group called, the link is in the description, and you can join that. Join our Patreon. Let's keep on moving with we still got a lot of videos to go. I did one that was going to be a very long video. Okay, I mean, look at this dude. Is that Trump? Okay, look at this guy right there. Where's the orange tint? Whatever, man. Let's keep on moving. See if old girls.
3 homes are destroyed and several others have damage after firefighters say a hot train sparked multiple fires along a stretch of railroad in Roy.
Andrew Adams has been speaking with homeowners tonight who are in disbelief this even happened at all. Andrew.
Yeah, some people have lived along these rail lines for years. They knew the fire hazard was high, but they didn't see a fire breaking out this way.
It was just kind of shocking.
If it was just one fire, leaving behind a single blackened backyard,
I just couldn't comprehend what had happened.
it would have been confounding enough.
And then I started walking down and seeing other people's stuff, and it was gone. It was just crazy to see.
April Peterson's disbelief only grew when she and other neighbors
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
saw what happened up the street.
At first, I was really freaked out. I was scared. I was terrified because I really thought maybe like more houses are going to be affected by the fire.
Firefighters say multiple fires damaged numerous properties and destroyed 3 homes next to this rail line in Roy.
We call it a hot train. If one of their brakes get hot, it can throw off sparks.
Crews preliminarily believe a train sparked for up to 1.5 miles.
Went through and started random fires all along the bottom of the railroad tracks.
And there's a bunch of dry grass by those tracks back there.
Though fire teams are...
Again, this is what we've been talking about. Something like this is used to be seen as normal. Train pass by and things happen. Hot train pass there all the time. They never had any fires. But since we activated the ley lines, our beloved are doing a great job out there. Let me share a few of the photos with you. Some of the photos the beloved being sending, activating the ley line. Let me show you. Well, for some reason, the WhatsApp app, it doesn't want to launch. I'm just going to leave it like this and let's keep on moving. I was going to show the picture, but Oh, well, it will launch when it has to launch.
Arrived within minutes. Much of the damage was done.
We had water, we had everything, but it just unfortunate it was moving.
And let me enlarge this right here. Now, Mr. What's his name? Roy? Keith Davis? Herf? North Davis? No, that's not. That's North Davis. That's the name. I know the firefighter names and stuff like that. But when you look at these cap say 41 and then it says 44 here, the number 44, Bible basket, brother Big Judah made a video concerning that. We still praying, activate the ley line. And brothers, our beloved, we're doing our part in private. There are certain places that I will not share with the public. I only share those things privately because of the nature of it. Okay, but please go out there and activate the ley lines. Let's keep on moving.
Moving that fast.
Neighbors say they never predicted a fire starting this way
We had more fear of fireworks than we did a train.
and ending with such devastation.
I just lost a fence. They lost a house. They lost something. And it was just hard. It was hard.
Well, firefighters came from all over for this, but they say
This dude's name is Andrew Adams. Okay.
that neighbors helped themselves with their own hoses. And in fact, some strangers even showed up to help. The woman we spoke to said some people showed up from Harrisville and wound up in her backyard. Back to you.
Sorry, so.
It seems like the WhatsApp was about to fire up. All right. Increasingly common bears encounter cause fear across the U.S. Well, wild beasts will be their graves.
Bear encounters are on the rise in the U.S. as humans sprawl and bears go looking for food, and the run-ins are increasingly caught on camera, making it possible to reconstruct the animal's path even after it sends everyone running for cover. Here's our Mark Strassman doing just that.
So a bear walks through a parking lot. It's not the start of a joke.
Oh, no.
It's July.
Oh, my God.
In Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Get in your car. Oh, don't be a dumbass.
And July
Do you know there's a bear right behind you?
is America's peak month to bump into a bear.
Good idea.
Yes.
Yeah. That means thousands of run-ins with people
You're too close.
this month alone. He's eating popcorn. And takeout by the pool.
So, what does that mean? Bear sightings. Anybody can tell us which plague that is? We said it in the beginning. We're just going to break down the name of who's reporting this and why this name. But let me see the WhatsApp White Creek. All right, it's still doing things. Let me see if it's loading. All right, it's loading, but it's not ready yet. So let's keep on going with the bears.
In Tennessee. It's all about the...
All right, the bear. And they're going to give you some garbage. Oh, it's because of the heat and stuff like that and things. All right. Now, this thing was reported by Mr. Jason Angela Kirkpatrick on Facebook. The name Jason means healer. Another word, put it in the description. I will track description. I mean, comment board, put it on the chart play. What does the name Jason, the healer, signify? What does the name Angela means? What does the name Kirk means? And what does the name Patrick mean? We start seeing a lot of Patrick, Patricia. Anybody in the group here named Patrick and Patricia? This could be something for you. Patrick, Patricia, Pachuco, and Patrice. Pat Robertson is burning in hell right now. So, Jason Raphael, the angel, Angela mean angel. The angel, Jason, is the healer, is in the midst. Kirk mean church. Patrick is another word for Yahushai. Okay, Rick, Rick is a derivative of the word Christ. Okay, Rick actually means a Christ, anointed. Richard, Okay, it's an anointed. The brother was also known as Richard or Rick or Frederick, Edric, Bradrick. Any of the Rick and other book when you read, there was some powerful Rick, and it was the beloved brother Yahushua. When you watch the cartoon, for those of you who may be or who are not familiar with this great cartoon, season 1, 2, barely season 3 was good. The rest, it's okay. Rick and Morty. For those of you who are familiar with Rick and Morty, the Rick from Morty is a very powerful human being. He's known as the smartest man on earth. He's a scientist. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, good grief. Is it gonna look? Oh boy. I got so many stuff running. That's why it's doing this. Old girl cannot have this stuff, all this thing running on her. I gotta find a way to get a better one that can run much more faster. But I'm gonna see if I can. I should be able to find a better computer, a better program, because Bandicam is the best for me. It's instant. Anything, especially in Mac, one video would be like 10 gig instead of 1 or 2. It's gonna be too heavy to upload this. It will be upload, but to edit it, upload. That's why I don't edit my videos. It take too much, too long. All right, let me just stop right quick. Not quite sure, but it's not doing anything. Just froze. It's not. I don't know. Oh boy, come on, old girl. She just freeze on me. I'll come back whenever she unfolds. I think it's kind of unfreeze. Okay, so this is what we are talking about, Rick and Morty. Okay, so Rick, if you watch it, he is known as a genius. Okay, Rick and Morty is Rick is a representation of the brother, you know, Yahushua and things like that. And when you watch it, at least season 1, 2, and 3, before they made him into a cyborg or some kind of robot, that, you know, in season 1 and 2 he was petty, because that's what made him Rick. He was super petty. he was petty, and he relied on his strength of mind and smartness and intelligence. He would make gadgets and stuff. Now he is the gadget. He got all this robotic point, you know. He virtually can't die. And season 1, season 2, he can die. He actually know he could die. That's why he keep escaping realities, because he know he can die. He actually prayed. One of the episode where one of my favorite episode where time fractured and he was about to die, and he said, "I'm okay with this," you know. And then when he saw the color, he fixed it. Say, "God, please, if there is in hell, I'm sorry," and stuff like that, which show his true humanity, human side of it. But right now, it's just some android robot, indestructible, killing everyone, and he keep telling people, "I'm smart. I'm the smartest being. I'm the smartest being," and stuff like that. It's just, but nonetheless, you know, this is cool, Rick. This is cool, Rick. You know, the concept was, well, then, you know, it turned into some kind of robot and stuff. He can't die, and you know, and things like that. But all the name Rick or any derivative or derivative of that is Christ and stuff. So Kirkpatrick, Jason Angela Kirkpatrick, okay?
In Tennessee, it's all about the food.
All about the food. Yeah.
Ashley Hobbs,
It will depend on what kind of food you're talking about here. You know, bears don't just wander into human domain like this to look for food on a massive level like that. Now, that means there is none in the forest. There are plenty food in the forest. They are wandering here because the Holy One is using them to sweep a group, a specific demographic of the land.
Bear biologist in North Carolina says people leave food lying out, and bears can smell that food 10 miles away.
I mean, they're like us, you know, it's easier to run through the McDonald's drive-thru than it is to go home and cook a full meal.
We told you Wendy Newman's bear story back in May.
When the bear banged on the door, scared?
That's never happened to me before. I see him in the yard all the time.
This one smelled her cinnamon waffles in Asheville, North Carolina.
She saw them all the time, but they never come and knock on the door. And at one point, that was a small bear. That's a baby bear. That was a cub. You know, that's a cub.
This one smelled her cinnamon waffles.
Then you'll have a papa bear. Hell, you have a mama bear show up. The story gonna be different.
In Asheville, North Carolina.
Are you living in the bear's backyard, or are the bears living in your backyard?
No, unfortunately, I'm in theirs. They were here before me. That's just as much their home as it is my home.
3 bears have even been spotted here in New York Central Park. But these guys are not hungry. Tony?
Mark, thank you very much.
Wild beasts will be their grave, man. And this is a fair warning. Horrible omen, but it's a fair warning. All right? Excuse me. Oh, come on, man. I did this before. Nah. Is it? Uh-oh. I don't know. Did it record? I was trying to log the WhatsApp thing in there. I think it takes forever. Okay. I think it's recording. Let me double check. Is it recording? I guess.
Amphitheater. I will deal with this down here. They move faster than you could ever imagine. He just kept coming and he was more aggressive. And as soon as he got off that tree, he launched me in the air.
It was definitely clear that he had a pretty painful injury.
And Dr. Eric Lowe, is that what that is? It's faded. The physician, Mr. Eric Lowe.
Painful injury. It's actually broken in multiple pieces, and you can see some fragments here, and there are fracture and break lines right through that.
Okay, so we went into this. We show you this. I love watching the crocodile. This is like one of my favorite channels. You know, watching nature, and especially the lion. The crocodiles are my favorite. They ambush you. They just ambush you. Man. Anyway, let's keep on moving, beloved, okay? Alright. Let's see, what do we have here? Come on. Okay, this is in New York City. Look at those cars, man. All right, look at the cars. This is 12 feet high, and look, this is 12 feet high, man. The water is at least 6 to 7 feet. You know, you get caught up in something like that. That's not good. That's not good. This is New York. New York City Parkway. all the numbers out there, number 12, number 7, number 10, number 1, number 10 in there, reflected upon the water as above, so below, reflection. It's all there. Okay, so in New York now, it's a yearly thing. It's not even seasonal. It's just when it stops snowing, and that's it. You know, and that's it, man. Things got complicated over there. Let's take the next video. Boy, old girl is not doing too well today at all. Simply still not responding. I guess this one they're going to put more details in there. Is that what that is? Okay, this is in Korea. Yes. Okay, beloved, this is in Korea, dog. All right, this happened 3 days ago. Let me see. July 19th. Well, at least for you guys, it's 4 days, but this happened in Korea. All right. Firefighters battle massive blaze at Kupang Logistics Center for 3rd straight day. 3 days it takes us to make that potato salad. 3 days fighting this fire in South Korea. Okay, look at this. Oh, boy, look at that. 3 days, beloved, okay? Can you imagine for 3 days of fire in a building, fire reconfiguration of the city, in a building, okay? You still cannot put it out, all right? Because this thing was completed in 2023. The 8-story facility covers the area of 42 soccer fields. And Kupang, it burned down. And a lot of lawsuit here. Crap. Because they didn't build this thing. Well, I'm assuming they didn't. Whoops. Let me see. Let's just say something. More than 2,000 people work at that center. I meant to say they didn't build it with fire mitigation in mind, because this is bad right there. Okay, finally this thing load. This is our beloved Sister Norma over there activating the ley line. Okay, this is Pioneer. Whoops. Activating the ley line, all right, at M&T Banks, calling Dykeman. Those powerful ley lines, okay, our beloved being activate those things for the bubble basket. You know, do your best, do the best that you can. Citizen banks, okay, those are powerful ways, powerful ley lines. Okay, this is the Broadway Formulating and Succession Handbook. I can't read it because I'm very far from my computer. Okay, those are ley lines being activated. Okay, College and Hospital Main Street, prominent area. You know, St. Peter's Hospital. Go there, go to the hospital and activate the ley line. Absorb the blessing. All right, you know, all those things are there. Okay, so this is some of the stuff the beloved share with us. there are plenty more. Go ahead and activate the ley line. Let's keep on moving with the fire over there in North Korea in this building, man. This is terrible. Okay, this is terrible. 3 days fighting this thing. And it's still there. It's still there. Ain't gonna go nowhere. Okay. Building is packed with flammable goods. So they, for 3 days, you ain't gonna save this building. It's not gonna be safe. Look at how many firefighters with the ladders or shooting water into this thing, yet it's still, and the officers, a fire official said that the heat inside remains intense and thick smoke fills the building. It's done. It's done. And that's it. Fire reconfiguration of the cities. This is a multi-billion-dollar business, I'm assuming. Let me get a little info from ChatGPT, I guess. There's a company over there in North Korea named Kupang. They have a facility that is about somewhere around bigger than 32 soccer field. It's just recently caught on fire. Can you give us a little information concerning that?
Checking. So, first off, Kupang is a South Korean company. And on July 18th, a big fire broke out at their massive Incheon logistics center. It's this enormous 8-story warehouse, roughly 40 soccer fields in size. Flames started on the 6th floor, and firefighters battled it for over 4 days. All 121 workers got out safely, thankfully, and 2 firefighters were injured. Nearby residents were evacuated as well. The cause is still under investigation.
Okay, you said 4 days. So, did they completely put out the fire?
Yep. After about 109 hours, it was declared fully extinguished on July 22nd.
So they said this thing was completed in 2023. How much, if you can find out how much the whole structure costs or the budget behind it?
Looking. I couldn't find any public figure for that specific warehouse's construction cost. For context, though, other super large Kupang logistics centers that are in the 170,000 to 330,000 square meter range have reported investments around 200 to 320 billion won. So that's a rough ballpark of 220 to 300 million US dollars, but that's not an official number for this particular site.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you want, we can...
So you have a $300 million approximately, gone. All right, this is no joke, man. Nobody wants to lose $300 million. But it's the judgment of the Holy One is worldwide, is upon the land. Let's keep on moving.
I'm national correspondent Kayla Gaskins in Washington. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani says arresting Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu remains a possibility should the Israeli leader visit the city for the United Nations General Assembly this fall. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is no stranger to New York City. It's home to the largest Jewish population outside of Israel and the United Nations.
We must win.
But if Netanyahu returns for the UN General Assembly this September, he could face a hostile reception. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani says,
yeah, you gotta put a few tokens in the back. Make sure you draw the energy.
He's still looking into having Netanyahu arrested.
We're speaking about someone who's the subject of an international criminal court arrest warrant for war crimes, and he's the architect of the genocide against Palestinians in Gaza.
The International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for Netanyahu in 2024 for the war in Gaza. The United States, however, does not and never has recognized the ICC's jurisdiction. Mamdani stopped short of saying an arrest would definitely happen.
Whatever the law allows me to do in New York City, that's what we will do.
What does the law allow you to do?
That's an active conversation with our legal department.
But legal experts say he does not have the authority to do so. And President Trump said on Monday, Netanyahu will not be arrested in any way, shape, or form while in the U.S.
So I don't know what you people are trying to prove here. That guy got taken out a few months ago. So you guys trying to come up with something and saying, he came in New York, some black guy shot him? Because, I don't know, something. They will try to blame this on black folk. They say, well, he came in, the police tried to run after him, and a black guy stabbed him, pushed him into a train, incoming train, shot him in the head or something. Something had to do with black folk. That's what you people would do.
While in the U.S. Mamdani has been threatening the arrest since he was on the campaign trail. Netanyahu appeared unfazed when asked about it last week.
He seems pretty steadfast on arresting you when you get here. Are you nervous that he may try that?
No, I'm not. Who does he champion? Come on.
Okay, the dude is over the phone talking. He couldn't be here, but at some point now, you can see the shenanigan clear. You can clearly see the shenanigan. It's all over. Like, yo, why can't he be here? He's on the radio or whatever.
That calls openly to massacre every Jew on earth.
Pennsylvania Democratic Senator John Fetterman also dismissing the threat.
It's such a tough guy to say that kind of thing. He has no way to do that. He's just a clown to even say that.
Fetterman has also grown critical of Mamdani and other progressive Democrats who have made anti-Israel stances a central part of their political.
You people still trying to make Ish relevant. This is all to make Ish relevant, to make them, they are being persecuted right now. Oh man, we told you in the last day, Ish is going to be persecuted. Whatever, dog. Let's keep on moving, man. Let's keep on moving. Okay, this is the earthquake that happened over there in Peru, man. This thing is brutal. Look at this, man. All right, they still haven't report the whole death, but look at this. Venezuela, Peru, California, Japan. That's, well, they don't show you the damage here. All right, so this is in Peru. They don't show you the damage. Well, there is an aftermath, I think, right here. Okay, they won't show you that, where the house is, virtually, look, this thing happened at night, man. There were people in there sleeping. There are people in there sleeping. Okay, they are calling for people if there's any survivor. This is bad, man. This is worldwide, and it's not going to stop. Okay, let's keep on moving. Oops. This is Asheville, all right? This is Asheville. Asheville is basically forgotten after the whole fiasco that happened 2 years ago concerning the flood.
With breaking news.
Welcome on in. I'm Maya Payton. We continue our breaking news coverage on a deadly shooting out in Asheville. We have team coverage right now in Buncombe County with the latest from the law enforcement there and community members. Let's pick up first with our Nate Stanley, who is live right now on the scene. Nate, give us the latest details on this.
Yeah, well, Maya, where I'm standing right now looks completely different this morning with the area full of police tape
and police car. If we take a look at the ground here, we can see what's left. There's some smashed glass. There's some bottles that we've seen that are smashed. We've seen some latex gloves on the ground. This area that you're looking at, there was a car that was here earlier today that had bullet holes in it, and details are limited right now. But again, we do know that 2 people have died, 7 others were injured. We'll have more on that in a second. As I mentioned, some cars with bullet holes were seen here. They have since been removed. Even down the street, what appears to be a bullet hole in this apartment complex. This is a good 100 yards or so away from where we're told by police the shooting happened. For context, we're standing at Smile Starters along Biltmore Avenue, and this is an area that is
let me see if they clarify one of, let me go ahead and refresh that. Probably we can get something that clarify what happened and who was the victim over there. Oh, what happened here? There we go. Okay. Let me see. Gunmen open fires in Nevada shooting. There is one in Nevada. Okay. Asheville, they never tell what really happened there. Okay. Okay. All right, let's keep on moving.
Thank you, Nate, for that update. Let's now send it to our Peyton Furtado, who spoke to witnesses and law enforcement this morning.
Let's see what
We're told this area in Asheville, the corner of Biltmore Avenue and Short Cox Avenue, is a very popular nightlife spot. So when a car pulled up and multiple shots were fired early Sunday morning, a lot of people were around.
I heard something like some firecrackers, and then someone said they're shooting outside. And
Adrian Reeves says he was helping staff at Dalton Distillery close up for the night when he heard several shots in quick succession.
we unlocked the door, let everybody in, and we got people behind the bar and behind the walls and everything where it was safe.
We're told 9 people were shot, 2 killed in this parking lot. As of Sunday afternoon, 2 people were still in critical condition. Bullet casings are spread out across this street from the parking lot to cars parked just around the corner to an apartment complex down the block. Asheville Interim Police Chief Jackie Stepp says this had the potential to be even deadlier.
Even though there may be an individual identified as a target or a specific.
Nonetheless, this was in Asheville. The popcorn, the sword is indeed in the mist. Let's keep on moving. That's the aftermath in Peru, I believe. The drone, is that what that is? The fire over there in Spain. Okay, look at this, man. This is in northern Spain. Since when, beloved? I don't know about you. Since when Spain or any European country used to be in the news for wildfires? That is pre-2019. Since when wildfire was the main news pre-2019? It's pretty much everywhere. Since when, beloved? I don't know. Some of you are somewhat more mature and you've been on this earth before me. Since when can you recall when you turn on the news? It is always something about heat wave, wildfires, flooding, animals attack people, bisons of throwing people flying, and bison are throwing senior citizens flying, and you got bears in the mist. You have people drowning worldwide. 5 family go to a river to fish, they die. You have all these things. When? Since when? Well, the blessing is done. Let's keep on moving. Alright, that was that guy over there in New York. He was trying to burn down the federal building over there in New York. So they took it down. at this.
Whoa.
Some guys set off fireworks?
More than fireworks, they were really ammunition. It's serious stuff.
Yeah.
I think they got the dude. There's a picture. They make sure they get a few token Negro in the mist, you know, transporting the guy. Is that the one? Where's the guy? They actually, is that one right there? There we go, right here. Get a few Negroes here and make sure Negro grab it. I think they got Manuel, you know, make sure there's a few Negroes in there. You know, you guys did a good job, great job. That will indeed stop pretty much every calamity that is in the midst of you and the one that coming your way. All right, let's see what NASA say about the sun, beloved, okay?
The impact of solar storms and extreme space weather could be far more severe than scientists once believed. Space weather happens when activity on the sun affects Earth's magnetic field and upper atmosphere. Experts have long warned that powerful solar storms can disrupt satellite networks, interfere with communication systems, damage power grids, and even trigger widespread outages. But new research suggests that the risk may be greater than previously estimated. For decades, scientists believed that there was a natural upper limit to how strongly Earth could respond to solar storms. However, researchers now say that this apparent limit may have been an illusion. The findings of the new study led by NASA and Lancaster University suggest that under extreme conditions, solar storms could produce effects beyond the levels previously considered possible.
Now, what they are saying, beloved, is whatever garbage they used to say concerning solar storm, or well, the electromagnetic this, electromagnetic that, you know, when it happened, and you know, there's this, and you know, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, and we have the technology, we have everything, and stuff like that. No, they don't. Now they realize that, wait a minute, this thing can go beyond the satellite's power grid or the typical technology that we have. This thing can go organic. It can go inorganic. It can penetrate things that are to us impervious, unpenetrable, unimpregnable, and things that are supposed to be mitigate from these type of things that we build hide. You know, if we go hide in those bunkers, you know, like things going to happen, and we ain't gonna be found. But it seems like this thing can penetrate the ground and actually hit us. So they find the sun has a new superpower they didn't know about.
And this raises concerns about the resilience of modern technology that depends heavily on space-based systems. According to the study, the mistake came from how scientists understood the strength of solar winds.
It's not a mistake. It's just you folks always, you guys like to suck your own stuff. You guys always coming out there, make a claim, okay, make a thesis, an hypothesis or anything, and you claim it as a fact. You make a declaration and it's the truth. Nobody challenge you and nobody can challenge you. Nobody can call you out because what you say is the law, is the truth. You are God. And if somebody come and challenge you or even ask you a question, this person will be ridiculed or dismissed because you know everything. For years, you've been telling folks, oh, the sun is this, sun is that, and things. And now you come back, oh, we made a mistake. So the thing we should tell about the solar storm or solar flare, yeah, we were wrong about that. And you have to get this in foreign news. This is way on, okay? This is an Indian news. All right? This not blowing up the internet or the United States news. Say, hey, we've thought, man, we effed up. What we told you people back then concerning those flares and things like that. That's why in the beginning of the video, you see Mr. Marcus Martin behind him, the color yellow, the sun. The sun is bringing the destruction with Mars and the wars and everything, okay?
And this means the Earth might not have as much protection as scientists thought. This also implies extreme space weather could cause far greater damage to our technology than previously predicted.
There you go. This
Solar
thing can do
storms
far further damage to technology than they had seen before. The sun, the center of all life. How can you, the one that are the destroyer of life, understand it? Understand how it works? It can't, because if you do understand how the sun actually works, you would have destroyed a long time ago. But it's the other way around.
Caused aurora borealis that sent charged particles hurling towards Earth. However, scientists now say that the same solar activity could wreak much more havoc.
We did tell people the Oriole or the borealis, whatever they call it, that's not what they say it is. It's not the sun above, but the sun below, the black sun below. They call it you know what? Let me just go right here. The Earth core. Okay, well, center of the Earth core. Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. So there's an actual crystal. It's the heart of the Earth, and it is as hot, if not even hotter, than the actual sun. This is what stabilizes the planet. Okay. It's a giant crystal. An ancient book, we read it. There's a giant crystal in the middle of this Earth, and all the Earths, I'll retract all the Earths. I meant to say, and all the other planets that keep the planet stable. Okay, the Earth core. It's in the middle. It's a sun. Don't look like, stuff. There are certain places, once you pass this, there are people, land, sea, and things inside of this stuff, according to our ancient texts. To our beloved, we want you to check the Patreon, Word of Power and Collection. Go down there and to activate the ley line in any place and absorb the blessing of the land. February 1st, 2024, we published this about 2 years ago. So do the best you can. Sign up and try to implement. Download it. Go do your thing and do the best that you can. You can join our Patreon over here. I think we have a video right here. We had this video for about 2 years. We posted in January 27, 2024. The ley lines activation instruction. The people, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, people were there. It's there. This is not something we're making up. We just have this lesson done today. Well, yesterday. Improvement of the mind, of improving the memory. How to improve your memory in 5 key steps and things like that. Fixing the attention. That's not only for children, but for you, for everyone. Okay, improvement. The Socratic way of disputation. All right. Dispute general rules relating to them and things like that. Study to show thyself approved. That's all. Yeah, we got pretty good stuff going on. Do the best that you can do. Unfortunately, I can't finish all the videos. Beloved, I'm leaving you with peace. I'm leaving you with love. I say shalom. I'll see you folks next time. Study to show thyself approved unto the Holy One.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
The Holy Spirit, our Mother herself, is in the midst of our class, teaching, showing, and reasoning with us. Come and study with us. Magic, psychology, technology, economy, art. Download our monthly Word of Power, secret and powerful prayers. Join today as a tier. Student, Gravis, and better yet, Intra Templum. We must not cast our pearls before swine. The link is in the description. Join us today. Great glory! Would you like to know who your guardian angel is? Would you like to know which day belongs to you? What color to wear on your day? What perfume or cologne to use? Would you like to know your metal, your house, your element, your flower, your birthstone, and your 5 days of miracles? Do you know your celestial family members? Do you know your opposite side, your shadow side? If you would like to perform your own spiritual background check, please buy our book on Amazon, the AK Family Handbook. Inside, you will find a step-by-step guide to discovering your spiritual powers. The link is in the description. Find your special abilities and nurture them. Great glory! Happy Jubilee is our new album. It is available now on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, and any streaming service. You can also watch the music video on our YouTube channel. The link is in the description, and the QR code is at the end of this video. Listen to music that raises your vibration, music in harmony with your peace, music that brings true happiness. The album is by your beloved brother Big Levi. Download it now. Let the music help you reach a higher vibration and a positive frequency. Great glory!